Zazen in progress. We should change that. All right. I made this for you. Let's see. This is the famous Heart Sutra, which is chanted everywhere from Vietnam to China. They say in India, Korea, Tibet, and all over Japan.
Okay.
So, and it's all about how the mind cuts the world into pieces. And our practice is kind of to put the sandwich together. A lot of sandwich jokes today.
All right.
Okay.
I'll take
you
it.
want one? No?
I got it.
Hello, everybody. Let me light the candle. And on the back are the chants we do at the end, which basically say, let's continue and help people. And sorry for all the bad things we did this week, like get angry or want too many sandwiches, more than our share. Okay. Hello, everybody. If you're wondering about all the sandwich jokes today, it's because Mark, who's here, may I call you Mark?
Yeah.
He's from Miami, is here in Tsukuba, Japan. He's my friend who writes a local restaurant column, but seems to know every place around here to get any kind of good sandwich. You got your Cuban sandwich, you got your hamburger, anything you want, right? And so you're going to get a lot of sandwich jokes today, all right? Somehow we're going to do the Zazen of Shikantaza and a good sandwich. Okay, Chris is here too. Give a wave. I call this our back to basics Zazenkai because of all the jokes. I'll talk about it later, but every week I try to do something to keep it a little interesting and entertaining for you. This week I'm going to talk about sandwiches of all things. But the point is always down to the basics of just sitting. And that's going to be our central theme today, too. Bjorn is in charge of the bells, and we don't have any whistles, but bells and drums. We're in good hands. Good to see you, Keith, Bernal, Camilla, lovely. Sekai, everyone. Oh, Mark, the other Mark is here. Good to see you. All right. If you've been here before, you know what to do, and if it's your first time, just follow along. Hit those bells loud. Bjorn, I am deaf to those little bells for some reason.
I'll hit the other bell.
Okay.
perfection of great wisdom. Sutra. Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, awakened one of compassion in Prajnaparamita, the deep practice of perfect wisdom, perceive the emptiness of all five conditions and was free of suffering. O Shariputra, form is no other than emptiness, emptiness no other than form. Form is precisely emptiness, emptiness precisely form. Sensations, perceptions, formations, and consciousness are also like this. O Shariputra, all things are expressions of emptiness, not born, not destroyed, not stained, not pure, neither waxing nor waning. Thus emptiness is not form, not sensation, nor perception, not formation, nor consciousness, no eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, no sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, nor object of mind, no realm of sight, no realm of consciousness, no ignorance, no end to ignorance, no old age and death, no cessation of age and death, no suffering, nor cause or end to suffering, no path, no wisdom, and no gain, no gain. Thus Bodhisattvas live this Prajnaparamita with no hindrance of mind, no hindrance, therefore no fear, far beyond all delusion. Nirvana is already here. All past, present, and future Buddhas live this Prajnaparamita and realize supreme and complete enlightenment. Therefore know that Prajnaparamita is the sacred mantra, the luminous mantra, the supreme mantra, the incomparable mantra, by which all suffering is clear. This is no other than truth. Therefore set forth the Prajnaparamita mantra. Set forth this mantra and proclaim Gate, Gate, Para Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Swaha. Anya Shinyo. Buddha nature pervades the whole universe, reality existing right here now. In reciting the heart of the perfection of great wisdom sutra, we dedicate our sincere efforts to Shakyamuni Buddha, honored one, the historical Buddha and teacher, and to those ancestral teachers, Eihei Dogen, honored one, Soji Keizan, honored one, all successive honored ones, up until Zuigaku Rempo Honored One and Gudo Wafu Honored One, and to all other honored ones throughout history, same yet diverse honored ones, whose names have been forgotten or left unsaid. We also dedicate these efforts to the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, to all awakened ones and teachers in all places and times. We especially seek tranquility and well-being for all creatures now suffering or ill in health. May they be serene through all their ills. May their lives be at peace and wisdom pervade the darkness of ignorance. We dedicate our hopes and aspirations to all victims of war and violence and natural events, to the injured and to all families touched by these tragedies, to the healing of hatred in all countries and among all peoples, to the wisdom and compassion of our world leaders, to the peace of the world and harmony of all beings. Thus let the harmful effects of words, thoughts, and actions be dispelled, and compassion bloom in perpetual spring. May we all realize and live the enlightened way together. Oh Buddhas throughout space and time. Oh Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, Maha Prajna Paramita.
Zazen? On the front half. This will hurt. If you can open up a little bit. That's maybe just sit as you need. Even if you need to sit with the chair, that's okay. It's pretty relaxed. Almost same as this. I know there's no TV. Get hit. Never take it. I'm telling you, this guy gets my face and look very sensitive. It's a very good feeling. Did you feel comfortable doing this Zazen? Just look around. Like a train comes to get on. You need to focus on the breath. Keep your eyes above. Just a little open. Just like, rest and bathroom. We will have Zazen and a little talk. Can everybody hear? If you can hear, make like you're eating a sub sandwich. Very good. It's fine to keep your legs the same way, or you can do the other way. You looked really good before. Just continue. Focus on the breath as it's entering. Don't think about it, just keep your attention there. So I've been offering talks on Zazen and Zen teachings, Shikantaza, for about 16 or 17 years, maybe longer. And really, time and again, it's kind of the same thing, same content, which is nothing wrong. It's actually very simple at heart. But I like to spice things up a little or try new ways. So each week I look for a little theme or a little something we can do to lighten things up or bring the point home. A metaphor or a simile to use, just to get the teachings across in a new way. So this week, my friend Marcos is here, who happens to be a very gifted fellow in many ways. He's lived in Japan for many, many years, but he happens to be an excellent writer. And I think if he wrote about anything, from fiction to politics, whatever he chose, he would be a great writer. But he happens to run a local food column, a little food blog, and he writes a lot about sandwiches. He knows every good sandwich in Ibaraki Prefecture, I think. It's amazing. So that's what we're going to do today. Beyond, we're going to have to change the name of the Zazenkai this week, probably Zen on Rye or something like that. I'll be in touch later. But I want to try to get the teachings across this time with, well, a few silly sandwich metaphors, and I'm probably only going to succeed in making everybody hungry. You're excused if after Zazenkai you run for a midnight snack. I understand. So, sandwiches. Life is filled with desires, said the Buddha. Not just for sandwiches, but all kinds of things. Things we desire to have more of, things we desire to have less of, or things we desire to have none at all, because they're really bitter. I think that's what you would call, pardon my French, a shit sandwich. Life hands us that. But there are also the delicious kind, and we need to eat to live. Even monks ate. But they knew that whatever sandwich was placed in your bowl, that's what you took. because life does not always give us the sandwich we desire. Oh, sure, we should avoid the poison ones, the ones with the long gone expiration dates, perhaps. And we hope to have the healthy ones, but the basic premise of Buddhism is accept the sandwich that life hands you. When we run for the desired sandwich, or whatever we desire in life, we get to the shop and it's closed, or they don't have our favorite ingredients, we're disappointed. By the way, Marcos did that actually to me yesterday. I'll just briefly mention. Fantastic column going on for 3 pages about Brazilian sandwiches in the next town. In intricate description. Wonderful. You could taste it right off the page. And at the end, he says, oh, by the way, the shop closed 2 years ago. You see, life, said the Buddha, is sometimes disappointments. We don't always get what we want. Sometimes the sandwich is bitter. Sometimes we get it and it's wonderful for a time, but then human beings, what happens? 20 minutes later, we're off chasing after life's next sandwich, or whatever it is. Now that again that's human life. There's nothing wrong with that, said the Buddha. We have our desires. Life changes. If we didn't keep desiring something and running after it, we'd just stay in bed all day and starve. So the Buddha said a couple of things. First off, choose your sandwiches wisely. Choose something healthy. Don't just eat cheeseburgers all day, Marcos, but something with vegetables and, something good and nutritious. And all things in moderation. McDonald's seems to come out with, I don't know, the double, triple, quarter, 8-pound mac something. And it seems like bigger is better, but it's not. It's not. Eat in moderation. All things, all desires. Again, remember my sandwiches today are a metaphor. All sandwiches in moderation. Healthy and in moderation as best we can, but accept the sandwiches that life gives you. So what does that have to do with shikantaza and zazen? Well, when we're sitting zazen, you see, it's a little different. We practice a different skill. This is something we don't chase after. This is something that is always in hand. Whenever our heart can find a certain rest and satisfaction that we're practicing right now on the cushion, you see. When we're sitting, we drop all desire for sandwiches or anything else except sitting. Sitting for sitting's sake. And as opposed to what we do when we run a food blog and just judge everything, this place gets 3 stars, this place gets 5, this place please avoid. When we sit zazen, everything gets 5 stars because we're just sitting. Sitting is a perfect experience. We just trust it is. We judge it so, and it is. It's one of the things, unlike maybe a sandwich, that when you just judge it complete, it is complete. And when you judge it incomplete, I'm sorry to tell you, it will be. If you judge this very simple time of just sitting, if you judge it as somehow not good, not what you wish to do, why are you here? That's exactly what it's going to be. On the other hand, for this little time, if you judge it as whole and complete and filling, totally satisfying, it is. Now, there are certain things we do. I think you should do this with sandwiches too. Have good posture. You know, if you're slumping when you're eating, it's not good. Breathe. Breathe nicely from the nose. I think that is even a gourmet's recommendation. Breathe as you eat. But when we sit here, put down the thoughts of sandwiches or anything else. Don't grab on. Don't think about lunch that's coming later. Don't think about the dinner you had yesterday. Just sit in the completeness of this moment. This is a complete meal right here, you see. This is a 5-star establishment, sir, when you make it so. So sit with total confidence and trust. And then later, when Zazen is over, it'll be noon here in Japan. You can go get lunch. But also carry with you that total satisfaction that you learn sitting here, in which there is no thing to chase, where you have total equanimity, whether the shop is open or closed, where you accept even the bitter sandwiches that life gives you, and even the sandwich they'll give you for your last meal. You accept it all. But there's one last sandwich I want to tell you about before I go. When we sit radically like this, somehow the separation and friction between ourself and the world also softens, sometimes drops away. And I thought, boy, can I reach for a sandwich metaphor for this one? Of course. I wanted to say the universe is a great sandwich, but we avoid to think of it as a thing. So I'm going to say it's a great sandwich shop. The universe is the ultimate sandwich shop. We don't know where it came from, and we don't know where it's going. Apparently, it's been here for billions of years. Very old establishment. Not quite sure who runs it, but yet it keeps making sandwiches and sticking them in our mouth. And there's always a place for us to sit. Amazing place. But it's here. Not sure who opened it. Original founder. We'll leave that aside. We'll just say that it's an amazing shop we live in here. But the thing is, we feel like just one customer, you know. Not even. We feel like a little sesame seed that's fell to the ground and is in a corner, forgotten. In this vast, vast sandwich shop. It goes on, serving all kinds of sandwiches, some we love and some we hate. And here we are, so unimportant. But here's the thing I'm to tell you. If you sit for a while, you'll realize that you're not just a customer, one of thousands, millions, billions who come and go, forgotten over countless years. You're not just a little sesame seed in a dusty corner. You, my friend, you guessed it, especially you who have been around here all the time. You are the shop, and the shop is you. There is no shop without sesame seeds and customers, my friend. You are the whole thing, and it's somehow you. Okay? We'll just leave that there for now. Enjoy your sandwich. Let's sit. We will now recite the verse of atonement and the 4 vows.
All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind, now I atone for them all. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable.
Well, though I know you will accept whatever sandwich life hands you this week, hopefully not the S sandwich, but something tasty and delicious, I wish you all a very healthy sandwich this week. I'm 90% sure what I'm having for lunch today. Anyway, really, guys, no midnight snacks, okay? Try to avoid it, you know. At our age, come on, you know. We're going to have tea here in a little bit if you'd like to stay around. Otherwise, the rest of you, I'll say see you around the Sangha, okay? All right. You have to go?
Yeah, a few minutes.
Okay. Okay, 1 second. Let me just turn this off. See you guys.